The making of Pringles begins with high-quality fresh potatoes. Upon arrival at the factory, they are immediately placed onto conveyor belts to begin the washing process. This isn't just an ordinary rinse. The potatoes are submerged in a massive water tank where a hydraulic cleaning system agitates the water to remove any dirt and debris from their surfaces. Once cleaned, the potatoes move on to the peeling stage, where they shed their skins. They are placed inside a large drum with a rough sandpaper-like surface. As the drum rotates, the abrasive surface gently scrapes off the potato skins, ensuring that any imperfections that might affect the final product are removed. After peeling, the potatoes continue along the conveyor belt toward the cutting process. Before this, they undergo a hot water bath. This step not only softens the potatoes for easier cutting, but also helps deactivate enzymes that could affect taste and color. The potato cutting machine is a massive cylindrical device that spins at 100 rotations per minute. As the potatoes enter from the top, they make contact with the spinning blades and are instantly sliced into strips. Another set of rotating blades then chops these strips into small chunks. The entire process is incredibly fast, with almost no pauses. Next, these freshly cut potato chunks move along the conveyor belt and onto a vibrating platform. The vibrations prevent the chunks from piling up and ensure smooth processing in the next steps. Meanwhile, cameras continuously monitor the potatoes in real time, scanning for any defective or spoiled pieces. The good potato chunks are then placed into boiling water at 185 degrees Fahrenheit for about 2 minutes. Although the soaking period is short, it is crucial to ensuring that the potatoes won't turn mushy when later processed in the steam cooker. Afterward, they are transferred to a steam cooker where they are exposed to intense heat at 345 degrees Fahrenheit. Once the potatoes are fully cooked, they reach a perfect texture and are sent into a giant industrial drum. Inside, metal arms continuously stir the potato chunks, gradually breaking them down into a smooth potato paste, preparing them for the next stage of processing. However, the real magic happens in the next step. The processed potato paste is evenly placed into a large rotating dryer where it is exposed to high temperatures. As the dryer spins, moisture rapidly evaporates, leaving behind thin, flexible sheets of dried potato. This process not only preserves the potato's flavor and quality, but also allows the dried product to be finely ground into a powder, one of the core ingredients for Pringles dough. Once the dried potato sheets are ready, they become the foundation for every Pringle. These sheets are sent through milling machines, where sharp blades cut them into precise shapes. At this stage, they may resemble sand-like particles, but they are about to transform into the distinct Pringles shape that sets them apart from regular potato chips. The next step involves blending these flakes with additional ingredients. Inside a massive industrial mixer, the potato flakes are combined with water, cornstarch, rice flour, wheat starch, maltodextrin, and emulsifiers, ensuring that the mixture remains fresh and stable during the production process. At this stage, the dough looks more like wet sand rather than traditional bread dough. Once thoroughly mixed, it is sent into a spiral conveyor system to maintain a consistent texture before advancing to the next stage. With the mixture evenly distributed, the dough enters a giant roller that applies 4 tons of pressure, flattening it into ultra-thin sheets just 1 millimeter thick. At this point, the dough resembles paper or fabric rather than potato chips. Next, a specialized cutting machine slices the sheets into oval shapes, progressively forming the Pringles we recognize. Interestingly, factory workers have given these oval dough pieces a playful nickname, DOS, describing their transitional shape as they move toward becoming the world-famous snack. The remaining unused dough is collected via conveyor belts and sent back to the mixing stage, where it is rolled and shaped once again. This recycling process is both efficient and streamlined, minimizing waste while maximizing production efficiency. The freshly cut dough pieces then move forward into the fryer, where they take on their signature saddle shape. During the frying process, the dough is molded into a hyperbolic paraboloid curve and fried for approximately 11 seconds, giving the chips their golden color and signature crispiness. Once frying is complete, hot air blowers remove excess oil and cool the chips down to 104 degrees Fahrenheit. The chips then enter the seasoning stage, ensuring that every Pringle is evenly coated with flavor. The seasoning varies depending on the flavor variant, ranging from classic sour cream and onion to bold options like pizza and cheddar cheese. Every day, Pringles uses over 5,952 pounds of seasoning to flavor 160 different varieties. After seasoning, the Pringles move on to the next conveyor belt. Due to their unique saddle shape, The chips naturally stack neatly, simplifying the next phase of processing. Quality control personnel conduct rigorous inspections to ensure that each chip meets the brand's high standards, checking for uniform seasoning and the absence of damaged pieces. Finally, these perfectly crafted chips are ready to be packed into their iconic cylindrical containers. To prevent chips from piling up irregularly, a lightly vibrating conveyor keeps them in an orderly stack. Once in neat stacks, the chips are weighed to ensure each can contains the correct amount. Then an automated scoop guides the chips into the can, while a gentle tap at the sealed end ensures they align perfectly. As the cans are filled, the stacked Pringles move to the sealing station. At this stage, automated machines precisely apply the sealing foil to the top of each can, preserving the chip's signature crunch from the factory to the moment you pop the lid. Then robotic arms transport the cans to their designated positions, where a spinning mechanism secures the metal base onto each can. The final step involves sealing the can completely, locking in freshness. Meanwhile, the other end of the can is fitted with a plastic lid. Did you know that Pringles are available in 5 different package sizes worldwide to cater to different snacking needs? Before shipment, Pringles undergo a unique quality control test. Flavor experts conduct blind taste tests under red lighting. This setup prevents testers from making subjective judgments based on appearance. By placing the chips on their tongues and chewing carefully, testers evaluate the texture and flavor of each Pringle. If any chip is found to have a quality issue, the entire batch is discarded. Only after passing rigorous tests for taste, texture, and appearance do the chips make their way to the market. These meticulous quality control measures ensure that every Pringle meets consumer expectations. After quality inspection, the sealed Pringles cans are packed into cartons, ready to be shipped to distribution centers worldwide. Before reaching retailers and supermarkets, they pass through these centers to ensure that Pringles fans everywhere can find their favorite flavors. So, while Pringles may seem thin, lightly potato-flavored, and irresistibly crispy, they are fundamentally different from traditional potato chips. In fact, in the UK, these snacks aren't even classified as chips, no matter how you define them. Pringles and their inventors, chemist Fred Barr and researcher Alexander Lipa, completely revolutionized the snack industry. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey inside the Pringles factory to witness this incredible process. If you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.